Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be reviewing this new bike park called Paradise Mountain. So this has got a very unique feature where you can change the time of day and change the skybox basically, which is pretty cool. You can play at night, evening, or some sort of early morning, I'm guessing, because it's not really midday because it's like a golden sort of hour bit. But I think this is a really cool unique feature that not any other map on the modding map on all of the modded maps don't actually have that. First we're starting off with Single Track Simon. It is a bit of a downhill, it's more of a downhill track than the two other jump tracks that there are, but I still probably would count this as a bit of a jump track because there are quite a few jumps, but it's still actually quite a nice track. It's very smooth flowing. It's a bit easier to ride it in first person. It has some cool skinny features like this one here, which are actually done pretty well because they're rideable and they're not actually terrible. This is another thing here with those like wooden berm things. For some reason no one can ever get them right, but this time they actually worked pretty fine here, which is pretty good. There's also another skinny feature here which cuts off literally just like a boring section of doing nothing, and this path here is a bit more fun for this trail. Overall this trail is actually pretty decent. They all end in the same sort of area, which is like a little fenced off little garden area with some trees and some benches, but the jumps on this one are pretty nice as well. You can do some whips, you can do some stuff. I just prefer riding in first person for this one, but you can ride it however you want. It just makes it a bit easier to go through, but it is still a very good map. I really do like this map. I only have one jump that I don't like, and it's because you go around the corner and you have to jump up a ledge, but it's like in such quick succession that if you don't, you have to like focus on lining up the jump before you can line up then just jumping itself. It's just trying to get out of the right angle. That's literally the only thing that I don't really like, but other than that this is still a very good map. And Single Track Simon just finishes off here, and we'll get on to the next trail. Next one, Crouching Tiger, I guess you could say, but Crouching Tiger is pretty cool. It's a rather large jump line, like it's got bigger jumps than the other ones do. Some of them are quite far, and some of them are, there's literally only one jump on this one that is terrible. Other than that, well, it's not really terrible, it's just an unpleasant jump, but other than that, this is a very fun track. It's really nice to ride. The jumps are pretty huge, which is a nice thing. There's mountains to climb up that you don't have to, like when most people do mountains, they take forever to climb up. This one was a nice smooth transition, and it actually handled the speed pretty well. This is the jump here that I don't really like, because lining this up just takes quite a while, just to get lucky really with it, and then you go to some more epic like sort of spine jumps, I suppose you could say. They are all on like the big sort of transfer on that of going over a spine. That's what it sort of feels like to me, but they are very nice jumps compared to like some jumps where they aren't literally, they're just literally just quick little jumps that don't really make it. That's one jump that I can't really make. I don't know what it is. It might just be me. I'm just struggling with that jump. That was the closest I ever got. This is kind of a shorter one out of all the three, but it's still quite good, and it's obviously under construction, so there'll be something else there later. This final jump trail is also quite a nice one. The only thing I don't really like is that little bit at the start, because it kills all your speed just by hopping off that, but you can get some really nice whips on this. This is really a creative jump line and I really do like it. Most of the jumps are very smooth and I have no issue with them whatsoever. It's literally, this map is just, you need to get used to it before you can ride it fully, but it is still fun grinding it out, just trying to get the familiarity with all these jumps, and it's actually a very fun jump line to ride. There's nothing really wrong with it. This is the only sort of slow jump for some reason, it just slows you down there, but other than that I think this has got some really nice hips. It's got some nice big jumps, it has very nice gaps, it also has some wooden ramps that you can jump over, and there's a lot of good things just about this map in general. I really enjoy this one, especially with all the little leaves floating down. I think that's a really nice feature, and the lighting change is really cool, and so is the little skybox that you can change. I think this is all overall a very good map, and I can't wait to see what gets extended onto it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a long time since I've done a map review, I suppose, and thank you very much for watching. Join the Discord. One thing I will say, the person who keeps commenting on my video complaining about me replacing the bike. One sec. So there's a person that keeps commenting on all my videos saying that what I've done is and he really hates it. And the only reason, I don't know why, well, I know why, but I don't see why you need to complain about it all the time. So basically, the bike that I'm riding, the Supreme bike that I made myself, which I'm kind of proud of for my first attempt at making something. The wheels aren't mine, fair enough, because my wheels were very shit. And I thank Avani so much for sending me the file for these wheels, because they're really cool. I made this bike myself. It was literally my first attempt at texturing absolutely anything, so it is kind of basic, but I still really like it because I made it out of my own time and I really enjoyed making it, and I thought it came out well. But this person keeps complaining that I replaced the Fire and Ice bike, and I don't even use the Fire and Ice bike. It's replaced with the Stealth bike because the Stealth bike is just a completely black plain bike. It's literally nothing at all. It's basically the same as the Rusty bike, and no one really rides that. But I don't know why he has to complain all the time about it. And the only reason that I ever used the Fire and Ice bike to replace it, even though it's not in the first place, was because one, it's easy to look up under the Unity Assets Bundle Extractor. It makes it an easy file to find, so it's like just a base thing to find. It's kind of easy to do because it's a very simple listed name, and it's easy to find it and replace whatever you needed to replace. And the only reason I replaced it is because I like how this bike looks. It looks really cool, and I wanted to show me riding it all the time because it's a cool bike. But you don't need to just go after me for no reason just because I replaced one bike texture that I don't even use anymore. Because now that I have this very basic blank Stealth bike, I may as well just use this to replace it. And the only reason I also used this one is because the metallic map is so, it's literally just matte, so it looks really nice when it's been put on the Supreme one. That's the only reason I ever used it, and now that I have the Stealth bike, I don't use it anymore. So I hope that makes you happy or whatever. You don't need to get so angry in the comments all the time. I just wanted to clear this up so you don't have to comment anymore and shout on about me how you hate the fact that you hate me because I replaced a texture in a game. Sorry for going on such a big rant, but I just needed to, clear up the drama or whatever. I'm sorry about the fact that I used texture in a game. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and suggest some videos as well, because I like doing video ideas from you guys. And join the Discord if you haven't already. Thank you very much. Goodbye.